Welcome to the countdown, amigos. We're diving deep into the chilling world of the Warren files, exploring the darkest, most sinister cases Ed and Lorraine encountered. These aren't your average ghost stories. We're talking about powerful, malevolent entities that'll chill you to the bone. Get ready to be spooked. We're about to unveil the top 10 most terrifying demons that haunted the Warrens, the ones that made even these seasoned investigators question their own sanity. From possessed dolls to demonic spirits, we're leaving no entity unexamined. So lock your doors, turn off the lights, and brace yourselves. This is a journey into the heart of darkness, where fear is real and the unknown lurks around every corner. You ready? Let's begin. This ain't no ordinary doll. It's not just a toy or a collector's item, it's something far more sinister. Annabelle, man, she's the real deal. Not just a figment of someone's imagination, but a true conduit for malevolent forces. A conduit, a vessel for something truly dark and sinister. It's like she's a magnet for evil, drawing in dark energies from the unknown. Ed and Lorraine, they knew the minute they laid eyes on her this wasn't a game. They felt the malevolence, the dark aura that surrounded her. The way she seemed to move, to watch. It's enough to make your skin crawl. Those eyes, they follow you, piercing through your soul. People think it's just a story, but the Warrens, they saw firsthand the power this thing possessed. They witnessed objects moving, heard unexplainable noises. It's a constant reminder that evil can take root in the most unassuming forms. A simple doll, yet it holds the power to terrify and harm. And let me tell you, you don't want to be around when whatever's using that doll as a puppet decides to cut loose. The chaos it can unleash is unimaginable. Trust me, when it comes to Annabelle, you don't want to be in the same room. The air gets thick, the atmosphere changes, and you can feel the dread. You don't want to be in the same house. The walls seem to close in, and every creak and groan sends chills down your spine. Hell, you don't even want to be in the same state. The further away you are, the safer you'll feel. Annabelle is not something to be taken lightly. This demonic entity, it's like a plague on sacred ground. It corrupts everything it touches, turning places of worship into dens of despair. The very air around these sites feels thick with malevolence, as if the ground itself is cursed. The nun, shrouded in that black habit, its presence is like a suffocating darkness, a black hole of evil. It moves silently, almost gliding through the shadows, leaving a trail of fear in its wake. The sight of it is enough to freeze the blood in your veins. The Warrens, they faced this thing head-on, in the halls of that abbey, a place that should have been a sanctuary twisted into something unholy. The walls seemed to whisper with the voices of the damned, and every corner held a new terror. It was a battle not just for their lives, but for their very souls. The fear, the oppression, it's palpable in the air when you're near anything connected to this case. It's like a weight pressing down on your chest, making it hard to breathe. The atmosphere is so thick with dread that it feels like you're wading through a nightmare. It's not just a haunting, it's an infestation of the soul. The evil seeps into the very fabric of the place, tainting everything it touches. It's a relentless force, always lurking, always waiting to strike. The nun represents the perversion of faith, the corruption of innocence. It's a mockery of everything holy, a twisted reflection of what should be pure and good. Its very existence is an affront to the divine. It's a chilling reminder that evil can wear many masks, even those of piety. It hides behind a facade of righteousness, deceiving and corrupting those who let their guard down. The true horror lies in its ability to blend in, to masquerade as something benign. The energy surrounding this case, it's heavy, man. You can practically feel the demonic presence clinging to it. It's like a dark cloud that never lifts, a constant reminder of the evil that lurks just out of sight. The very air seems to hum with a sinister energy, making every moment a struggle to stay grounded in reality. Imagine this, a creature twisted, deformed, lurking in the shadows. The crooked man, he's the stuff of nightmares, literally. He preys on the vulnerable, seeping into your subconscious, twisting your fears into something monstrous. This is a case that really got to the Warrens. They had dealt with some heavy stuff, but this thing, it gets under your skin, man. The crooked man is a symbol of our deepest fears, the ones that hide in the dark corners of our minds, waiting to strike. He's a reminder that sometimes the scariest monsters aren't under the bed, they're inside our heads. This is one of the most notorious cases in the Warrens' files, Bathsheba Sherman, a suspected witch who cursed the land on which the Perron family home stood. This wasn't just some ghost story, this was a battle against a malevolent force that wanted to claim the family for its own. Bathsheba, she's the embodiment of pure hatred, her rage echoing through time, tormenting anyone foolish enough to cross her path. This case is a stark reminder that some places hold on to darkness, to the evil that transpired there. Bathsheba's presence still lingers, a chilling testament to the power of a vengeful spirit. This case, it shook the world, man. The Enfield poltergeist, a case of demonic infestation that played out in the public eye. The Hodgson family, they were terrorized by this unseen force, furniture moving, objects flying across the room, and that voice, that creepy, disembodied voice. The Warrens, they went in there, and even they were taken aback by the sheer intensity of the activity. This wasn't just a haunting, it was an all-out assault, an entity hell-bent on destroying this family. The Enfield case is a grim reminder that evil doesn't discriminate, it can strike anywhere, anytime. Imagine this. You're in your own home, a place that should be your sanctuary, your safe haven from the world outside, a place where you can relax, unwind, and feel secure. But instead you're tormented by an unseen force, something you can't see but can definitely feel. The air grows thick with dread, and every creak and groan of the house sends chills down your spine. That's what the Smurl family endured. Day in and day out they faced an invisible enemy that seemed to take pleasure in their suffering. The Smurl family demon, it was relentless. It didn't just haunt their nights, it invaded their days, turning every moment into a struggle for peace. It taunted them, attacked them, drove them to the brink of madness. The family was left in a constant state of fear, never knowing when the next attack would come. The Warrens, they knew this was bad. A truly demonic infestation. One that was unlike anything they had encountered before. Something that burrowed deep into the very foundation of that house and the family itself. It was as if the evil had seeped into the walls, the floors, and the very air they breathed. This case is a testament to the insidious nature of evil, how it can worm its way into your life, into your home, and take root in the most unexpected places. How it can worm its way into your life, into your home, and turn it into a living hell. The Smurl family learned this the hard way, and turned it into a living hell. Their once peaceful home became a battleground, a place of constant terror and despair. The Smurl family, they endured unimaginable horrors, things that most of us could never even begin to comprehend. A stark reminder that sometimes the scariest things aren't confined to the shadows, they can be right beside us, lurking in the places we feel safest. They live right beside us, hidden in plain sight, waiting for the moment to strike. This one's not your typical haunting. We're talking about a different kind of evil here. The South End werewolf, a case of demonic possession that manifested in a terrifying way. This wasn't just a man, it was a beast, driven by a primal rage, a hunger that couldn't be satisfied. The Warrens, they had to confront this thing head-on, the raw, animalistic fury. It was like nothing they'd ever encountered. This case is a reminder that evil can take many forms, twisting and contorting itself into something monstrous, something inhuman. The South End werewolf, it's a chilling example of the power of possession, of the darkness that can lie dormant within us all. This one, it's become a legend, a cautionary tale. The Amityville Horror, a house steeped in blood and tragedy, a place where evil took root and festered. The Lutz family, they thought they were moving into their dream home, but it quickly became a nightmare. The Warrens, they walked into that house and they could feel it, a heavy, oppressive energy, a presence that sent chills down their spines. This wasn't just a haunting. It was a vortex of negative energy, a place where the veil between our world and the next was thin. The Amityville Horror, it's a stark reminder that some places are best left undisturbed, some doors best left unopened. Cemeteries, man, they're already creepy enough, but then you got places like Union Cemetery, where the veil between life and death seems to thin out. The White Lady, she's a constant presence there, a figure of sorrow and despair. Some say she's a restless spirit, searching for something she lost in life. Others, they believe she's a harbinger of doom, a warning sign that something bad is about to happen. The Warrens, they investigated this, and even they couldn't deny the eerie energy that surrounded this entity. The White Lady of Union Cemetery, she's a reminder that death is not the end, that some souls linger on, trapped between worlds. This one, it's not for the faint of heart. The demon murder case, where evil took center stage in a courtroom. Arna Cheyenne Johnson, a man who claimed he was possessed by a demon when he committed murder. The Warrens, they were brought in to investigate, to determine if there was truly a demonic influence at play. This wasn't just about one man's crime, it was about the very nature of good and evil, about the power of belief, and the terrifying possibility that we are not always in control of our own actions. The demon murder case, it's a chilling reminder that darkness can lurk in the hearts of men, and sometimes it takes on a life of its own. So there you have it, the top 10 most terrifying demons from the Warren files. These cases, they're not for the faint of heart. They're a glimpse into the dark underbelly of our world. A world where the impossible becomes possible, and where evil lurks in the shadows. The Warrens, they dedicated their lives to confronting these forces of darkness, to shedding light on the unknown. Their work continues to fascinate and terrify us, reminding us that there are still mysteries out there, things that defy explanation. If you're brave enough, keep exploring the world of the paranormal. But be warned, once you open that door, there's no telling what you might find.